Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. Woo, I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do understand and get your day is going to get better once your perception gets better, honey. Okay. Today's video is about letting go of the story. So, last night, okay, this is when it all began. Last night, I was feeling some type of way, right? You know how you give somebody something, money or whatever, and oftentimes you want them to reciprocate the same exact thing. Like, oh, I gave you money, and now you got your taxes, okay, but you ain't give me a dime, right? I had started thinking about this last night, and then this morning I was thinking about it as well, right? And I thought about it last year too, okay? And it's funny because I said, you know what? We gotta keep that in the past. You have every right to feel the way you feel, okay? And when those emotions come up, observe how you feel and don't push them under the rug. Don't try to, you know, act like you happy if you feel a certain type of way. Acknowledge them, okay? So a few years ago, I think it was like 2 years ago, I had gave this person $1,000, right? Once my income tax time, when income tax came, okay? And the person had like sort of tried to put me on a guilt trip, right? Like, oh well, I was gonna claim the kids, and and so I gave them. I said, you know what? I just give you something, okay? And this morning, as I was meditating, one of the things that came up in my meditation session is, Dina, nobody could put you on a guilt trip without your permission. Okay? Nobody could do anything without your permission. Why did you allow the person? And so, you guys know, if you don't know, if you are new to my channel, my name is Dina Bryant. I do these inspirational videos just so we can shift, okay, our thinking, our mindset, our vibration, okay, change the way we see things so that way we could get different, okay? Change the way you see things and things will start changing, in the words of Dr. Wayne Dyer. So I started saying, to myself, start questioning it, okay? Like, all right, so why did you give them the money? Oh, because they was trying to make me feel bad. Okay, how could someone try to make you feel bad? And one of the things that I came up with was, you gave them the money because you cared about the story that they was going to tell. Okay? Sometimes we really have to be honest with ourselves in order for us to not do the same exact thing in life. Okay? And so I was thinking about that, and from me thinking of that, and sometimes you may say, oh, but I gave them money, I gave this person this, or this person tried to beat me out of this money for this car. That was another story I had going this morning, okay? Um, what you have to understand is this. Everything that we tend to do, it is we doing it because of who we are, okay? Who we are. Now, does that mean that you can't change it? No, you absolutely can change it. But you have to take accountability and responsibility. Another thing I had going this morning, okay? I had purchased a car, okay, a few years back. And for some reason this popped up earlier this morning too. And the guy who sold me the car, he knew the car was a fluke. Okay, he knew it was a lemon. Okay, he knew it was a lemon. And so one of the things that I started thinking was, who's to say that those experiences that we go through is not for the best? Oftentimes we think that, oh, because I'm going through this or this has happened in my life, my life, it could have been so much better. But we don't really know that. We don't know that. And suppose it could have been worse. Okay? You don't know that. Even when it comes to childhood, right? Sometimes we feel like, oh well, if my father would have been more in my life, my life would have been different. It could have been worse. You don't know that. Or if my mother would have been more available in my life, my life would have been different. We don't know that. And suppose the life and the journey that we're on now is the best. Is the best journey that there ever could have been. And it's gonna have to be, okay? Because this is the journey that we on, all right? And so I start thinking about all these things, okay? And getting rid of this story. Getting rid of the story of victimhood, the story of, well, if he would have gave me back that $1,000, I could have did this, I could have did that. Suppose Source got something bigger and grander for you. Okay? Suppose the universe got something that will trump what that person could have ever given you. Suppose that. And as I started getting into gratitude, start thinking about, my life and stuff. And one of the things I started saying was, well, Dina, you have to be grateful because at least you know what your purpose is. Let me tell you something about purpose, okay? All right. Just in case you didn't know. Your purpose and your gifts are going to make room for you. Your purpose and your gifts, okay, is going to have you living a life full of abundance. So get rid of this story, okay? Go over it, dissect it, all right? Say how you feel, experience those emotions. Don't try to suppress those emotions when they come up. Experience them. That way you are making room for new emotions, for something new to come into your life. Get rid of that story that that person was going to be able to love you. If they came into your life, okay, while you was insecure, while you didn't like being by yourself, while you was searching for love, that person could have never given you what you say you desired. But what they could have given you is something that is so much better in a sense. Because if it's not for what you say you don't want, you won't know what it is that you do want. And so by them coming into your life and they showing you exactly, okay, what they have to offer, how you was showing up, it now makes room for you writing down, coming up with ideas. Oh, my next relationship is going to be like X, Y, and Z. And so you have to understand like everything in our lives is always working for the greater good. I've been listening to Bashar lately, Daryl, who channels Bashar. And one of the things that he always say is this, that everything in your life that is working, everything that's showing up in your life is all working for you. Even if it appeared to be bad, even if other people's experiences with their same exact situation, say, oh, well, my life, their lives was horrible and all this different thing. He says, it's all working. No matter what shows up, it's all working. So you in a, honey, let me tell you something, friend. Okay, you in a win-win situation. Okay? So get rid of this story. This story in many cases is what tends to hold us back when we paint this narrative. You know, when we hold on to expectations that people cannot fulfill because, you know, because of they belief system, they programming. And so I was thinking, even, you know, about the vehicle, about the car, okay? If I was not to let that go, right? My next situation would be like the previous one. The reason being is because all those emotions and the energy, you know, that I would have bottled up. And that was another reason why I got that last car that I got, because of how I went to the dealership with the emotions and the energy. Oh, is this car gonna be like the last car? I hope not, because that last car was horrible, right? And all those things, all the energy and stuff like that. We think that we leave our energy at home, but we really don't. And is it in the words of Yor Anderson, Three Magic Words in that book, he talks about the universal mind, right? And how all of us are connected, oneness, and how all our thoughts sort of go into this big bubble and we attract whatever it is that we are giving our energy to. It could be someone all the way in China, honey. Okay. There's no time and distance. So do understand what you give your energy to, that's what grows. And so I was, you know, thinking, you know, all of that stuff that I have gone through had led me to being a full-time content creator. And I'm so grateful, you know, to be able to make content. You know, is my passion. So everything that led me up to this point, that perhaps I said, oh, well, gosh, I got to go through this, or why this person doing this, or acting this way, or whatever. It all has worked out for the greater good. Because very soon I'll be monetized. And so when I tell you, get rid of the story that you holding is the programming. And this is two ways I get rid of the programming. Okay, that I am getting rid of the program. One, reading. Okay, there's a book right now that I am reading, Way to Love by Anthony DeMello. That book, oh my goodness, is so good. I highly, highly recommend. Okay. The next book is one of my faves, okay. The Mystic Path to Cosmic Power by Vernon Howard. That talks about, instead of searching for having kingdom for the kingdom outside of yourself, look within. Oftentimes we want the outside to change without changing the inside. That's not how it works. We have to change the inside so the outside reflect it. So to the person that's out there, okay, and you got this story going on with yourself, that this person could have loved you, and a lot of it is just the ego and the monkey in the mind just telling lies, okay? Because you was in that relationship with them, boo. You seen exactly how it was, okay? All right. And then also, if someone was able to call themselves getting over, I remember my brother, he used to say this, he used to quote his grandmother, my brother from my mother's side. And I remember at times I would think, oh, this person, you know, they got away with this, and, you know, all these different things. And one of the things he used to say was, they didn't get over. They may have gotten by, but they haven't gotten over. In other words, like, you reap what you sow. And by the person not giving me the $1,000, okay, what I done gave them, it makes me think like I am so grateful to be able to know my damn purpose and don't even need the 1,000. Okay, don't even need that $1,000 from them. Okay, because Source got something bigger and grander in store for me. And that's how you have to start seeing your life. And it's the truth. It is the truth. If you was able to manifest anything in your life in the past that you absolutely, was grateful for, you think you can't do it again? Because the truth of the matter is you can. You can and you will and you shall. And so to the person that's out there, do understand this. It's okay to feel exactly the way you feel. It's okay to experience those emotions. Because we do know whatever it is that we don't express, we suppress. Okay? And we ain't got time for, depression or anxiety. Okay? All right? So we gonna release exactly what it is that we got going on within ourselves. Okay? And understand, it may not appear that it's all coming together and working for the greater good now, but I guarantee you it's coming together and working for the greater good. And let go so you can grow. Remember, we cannot, as long as we hold on to resentment, anger, bitterness, jealousy, okay, those are emotions that we experience and need to let go. That way something new could come into our lives. But they are showing up for a reason, and it's for you to address them so you can have a better season. Oh, child. Okay, try to tell me something. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I hope you guys got something from this video. Make sure you rocking out, believing in yourselves. Keep going, keep growing, and of course, keep glowing. Until next time. Peace.